Hello there, this is Ann Hamlin, the Public Library Services Consultant for Wisconsin Valley Library Service. And today we're going to go over NoveList Plus. So NoveList Plus is a wonderful tool for Reader's Advisory. It includes fiction, nonfiction, audiobooks, and it's for all ages. Now you might say, what is the difference between NoveList, NoveList Plus, and NoveList K8? Let's take a look on the EBSCO website and see the difference here. Again, you'll see when we're talking about NoveList Plus, it includes fiction, nonfiction, audiobooks, and it's for kids and adults. NoveList does not include nonfiction or audiobooks. And further, NoveList K8 only touches on fiction for youth or kids. So how do we get to NoveList Plus? If you're on the WVLS website, you can go to Member Services, Collections and Databases, and scroll down to NoveList Plus. I encourage you to put a link on your website, such as on the Westboro website under Resources, they have a link, a button link. Right here you'll see on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you'll see a hyperlink. Thorpe Public Library has this lovely image that you can click onto, and then Anago Public Library has this nice little button that you can click. Okay, so let's take a tour of the NoveList Plus website. Before we even get started, I want to mention that the big advantage for NoveList products is the NoveList team has a staff of librarians who handcraft book recommendations. So book to book recommendations, author to author recommendations, series to series recommendations. And one of the first places that you can see that in evidence here is on the left-handed side. There are recommended reading lists. You sure can just click into horrors, mystery, romance, science fiction. But you can also click on this line here that says for fans of. These are popular topics that they've created recommended book reading lists. So fans of Black Panther, fans of Handmaid's Tale, for fans of This Is Us, The Americans, Girl on the Train, Black Mirror, Game of Thrones, American Horror Story. It's fabulous. I'm going to click on This Is Us so we can see a list of these handcrafted book recommendations. If I scroll down, here they are. How nice is that? I quit watching This Is Us because I cried too much. Okay, so let's go back to the home page here. And you'll see that you can find all of these book recommendation lists for adults, teens, ages 9 to 12, ages 0 to 8. So they really cover everyone here. When I click on to teens and I click on for fans of, they even have for fans of John Green, for fans of Supernatural, for fans of 13 Reasons Why, for fans of Star Wars, Marvel, Game of Thrones for teens. So I'm guessing they're making some educated decisions there for what books they recommend. Here in the middle, they call this area the appeal mixer. So again, for adult teens, ages 9 to 12 and 0 to 8, they have a handcrafted list. When I click on teens, you'll see that there's an angst-filled and witty list of books here. You can also browse by genres for adults and teens, ages 9 to 12 and ages 0 to 8. Featured read-alike lists. Here's one for Spy Runner. So that was a graphic novel last year that was highly reviewed. You can also take a look at genres, Western, YA Lit, Mystery, Fantasy, featured award winners, Reader's Advisory Toolbox tools there. Up at the top, I also want to point out there are quick links, author read-alikes, book display ideas, books that are turned into movies, genre outlines, grab-and-go book lists, tools for working with youth. You can browse by genre, appeal, themes, award winners. Let's take a brief look at books that are being turned into movies. In 2019, when I scroll down, I see that there's going to be a movie for Artemis Fowl, one of my favorites. One for A Dog's Journey, A Dog's Way Home, Dumbo, that's right, 5 Feet Apart is a middle, like a juvenile, early teen book that's coming out. That's what they call a sick lit, so sick teenager main characters. Stephen King's It, #2 is coming out, as well as The Pet Cemetery. That's just to give you an idea of what you can find in the quick links here. Book display ideas, let's click on that. Silly and gross, creepy and menacing books. Graphic novel hybrids, own voices, display idea for teens. So the own voices hashtag was for people who are writing about experiences that they themselves have experience with or lived through. So illnesses, loss of a parent, that kind of thing. Read 'em and weep, so sad books. Bullies and bullying, starring African American kids. So I bet the hate you can get, the hate you give would be on there as well. Let's go to the home page and do a search for Harry Potter. Oops. I'm clicking into here. I'm going to search Harry Potter. Here's some Harry Potter books. When I click into one of them, I'll click on the Sorcerer's Stone. That seems to be an easy one to do. On the right-hand side, you'll see read-alikes over here. Beneath the book review and book information here, you're going to find all of the themes that are associated with the book, the storyline, the tone, the illustration type in here, subject headings. Those are helpful if you're not satisfied with the read-alikes over here. I could type in J.K. Rowling. Oops, if I spelled it right, that might help. I'm going to Rowling. Authors here, so here's J.K. Rowling. I'm clicking on J.K. Rowling. And on the right-handed side, here you go. Read-alikes or author recommendations are on the right-hand side here. Okay. I want to point out that on the left side of the search results, you'll see that you can narrow them down by audience type. You can bring the publication date up to more recent. On the left-handed side, you can sort again by pace, storyline, character, well-developed, courageous, sympathetic themes. Now, if I changed this to, let's say, Girl on the Train, you'll see the limiters on the right side change. The contents of the limiters change. So characters are sympathetic, flawed, unreliable narrator, suspenseful pace is fast pace or leisurely pace. Writing style is great. Compelling, richly detailed time period subject is in here. Teenage trains, teenage girls. So that's really helpful there. Unreliable narrator is a big one. Gillian Flynn would probably be in here. If I click on authors, there's Paula Hawkins, the writer. I'll click on Paula on the right-hand side. Wouldn't you know it? Similar authors are Gillian Flynn, Greer Hendricks, Laura Lipman. So that's helpful. Let's do an advanced search. When I click into advanced search, and when I go down beneath, I can get even more specific. Here is where I can choose a Lexile range, a Lexile score. I can choose a specific grade for the audience here. On the right-handed side, you can choose the author's gender. You can choose an accelerated reader interest level, an accelerated reader book level, Dewey range search or Dewey Decimal in there. Another set of tools is also available by creating an account. You can save your search results and be notified when there's new entries. Let's say that you did some work into mystery or a couple other genres and you want to be notified when there's a new reader's recommendation or a recommendation from the NoveList librarians. It'll give you that information in an email form. So I really just encourage you to hop in here and browse around. try out the advanced search, maybe create an account and save a couple searches that are trusty. You know, you have someone who comes in and they want Westerns, or if someone comes in and they only want to read CJ Box or Hoban or whoever. Save some searches there. Maybe print out a couple of these lists for the teens to take a look at and post them in the teen area. Otherwise, just let me know if you need more information or if you need to have a button added to your website. Thank you very much for watching this digital bite on NoveList Plus, brought to you by Wisconsin Valley Library Service.